Good morning, friends. In this episode of Tommy L Garage, we're going to be replacing my BMW M3's OEM steering wheel with a brand new M Performance version 2 steering wheel. Now, why am I doing it? Well, it's a bit thicker and it just looks sportier, which is the look I'm going after. But some people say that, yeah, if you go with the M Performance wheel, you lose your heating option. That I will not miss. Why? Because it literally takes the car, and I've measured it and timed it many times, 7 minutes for the steering wheel to properly heat up in order for it to be comfortable. And once it's comfortable, I gotta say, it dries my hands. So I'm not gonna miss that feature. If you want the best deal on the steering wheel, hit me up at got6speed@gmail.com, and I will be sure to get you the best possible deal. Installing it is pretty straightforward, but before you do that, you got to make sure you disconnect the battery, put something to protect the terminals from reconnected again, and make sure you do not close the trunk because you won't be able to open it with the battery disconnected. The wheel comes nicely packaged in obviously original box. It comes with all the necessary parts that you need, or a part, which is a clip used to retain the vibrating motor if your car has that. But other than that, it's a nicely packaged unit, and it looks and feels a lot firmer than the OEM one. So removing the steering wheel, first thing we have to do is pop the airbag off, and the steering wheel has 2 holes on each side. You want to get your screwdriver or something with a flat end in there and push the springs out, and the airbag will pop out just like that. Okay, and you'll notice that in there you have an airbag clip. You want to disconnect it, and that releases the airbag. We'll put this nice and safe on the seat. You have another piece of wiring that's here that you want to remove. For that, I will get a screwdriver. So you got to make sure this guy's disconnected and it's nice and out of the way. Then using your 16mm socket, you undo the steering wheel. One thing we forgot to disconnect is this one guy. Now, before we disconnect the steering wheel, some people mark the center with the markers, but there are 2 markers here that allow you to line up the steering wheel with the inner part of the wheel, if you will. So there's no way you can have it misaligned because you have a notch in the wheel and a notch in the receiving end. So now we are ready to pull it off. There you go. Now let's go take it on the bench, compare it, and swap these parts out, and we should be good to install it back again. Now, to those of you doing it at home and having issues with disconnecting the airbag, this is basically what you're doing. The hole goes this way, and what you're doing is you're pressing this spring, and by pressing this spring, this releases the airbag from these 2 clips. So look, I'm pressing the spring and it opens up. All right, so I've got the 2 wheels in front of me right now, and I'm gonna take pictures of it, but height-wise, the M Performance one is slightly smaller than the OEM one. It also appears to be slightly thicker. Most importantly, you have thicker grips than the 10 and 2 grips are slightly thicker. It's got a flat bottom, which is kind of cool, and obviously it's got Alcantara here. Alright, so let's get to the swap. Essentially, we're going to be swapping the electronics over, the trim, and that's really it. And we should be able to just pry it up just like that. Now, this wiring is part of the heating element, which we will not be using. And again, if you're wondering what the clip is for, the lane departure warning option in the Beamer has this little motor in here that's supported by this clip. So it goes in here, and just in case you break it while removing it, they give you an extra one with you. One last bolt is this ground. There we go. Okay. And what I like to do is, so just in case I don't lose track of the order, put this guy here, run the wires over, and try to figure out where things go now. And just like that, we swapped the parts from this wheel to that wheel. I think it's time to put it back in the car now. Putting the wheel back in the car is actually a lot easier than removing it. Again, you have a little notch in here that you want to line up with a notch in the bottom of the shaft. So let's do this. And it's in. Now we have a couple of clips that we have to reconnect, which is this one and that one. And there's no way you can make a mistake with these because everything's properly labeled. And last but not least, put the bolt in and tighten it to your desired torque. All right, let's clip the airbag in. Make sure all the wires are out of the way. And you're done. This was nice and easy. And oh my God, what a difference. I completely transformed the car. I didn't think it was gonna do it, but holy moly, the car feels a lot sportier. The grips feel super comfortable. Now, I don't drive like this, but if I were to drive like this, I think this edge would actually bother me still. But maybe this prevents drivers from driving like this, or BMW drivers from leaning like that. But anyways, I think this is pretty cool. I know it's pretty cool. The flat bottom is nice and subtle. It's not like what you get with the Audi, but that's fine. I can live with that. But oh man, this is really, really cool. I like it. I think it's time we go for a test drive. Now, I just reconnected the battery. Let's see if it starts without any fault codes. No issues. And oh my, this feels really cool. I like how the notch matches with my Yas Marina paint. I feel like every owner with a Yas Marina needs to get this wheel. This is cool. Let's go for a quick drive. One of the first things you have to know is when you reconnect the battery is, for some reason, when you first start the car, you can't engage the car in Sport Plus. Or actually you can't adjust any of these functions, so don't freak out. What you need to do is you need to set the time and then restart the car, and that fixes the problem. So don't freak out when that happens to you. Just holding the wheel and driving the car feels completely different. I mean, the steering wheel is your only connection to the car. So obviously you want to make sure it's as cool and as comfortable as possible. And this one, I've got to say, it is. It really is. Zero regrets whatsoever. Let's not get crazy on these public roads here, but again, zero regrets. The wheel feels great. I absolutely love how the 12 o'clock notch matches Yas Marina. It's awesome. Again, holding it up here is not very comfortable because of these edges here, but maybe it just forces you to grip the wheel the right way, which is probably not a bad thing. So this was it. Thanks for watching. Once again, if you're interested in getting the most amazing deal on this wheel, let me know and I'll hook you up. But also, if you're interested in getting it, you're on the fence, don't think twice, do it. It really improves your connection with the car. And it gives you that much of a better driving experience. Again, I'm not saying the other wheel was bad, it's just this one feels improved. I thought I would not like Alcantara, but I've got to say it's not bad. Let's see how well it holds up. I'm probably gonna have to get the Alcantara cleaner, but they have plenty of those online. And other than that, it's great. I like it. It's gonna be interesting to see how she behaves at the track. The wheel is grippier and feels a lot better to the touch. So that's gonna be very interesting to see. Without any further ado, I wanted to thank every one of you for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks again. Bye. I stole the car for the first time ever. I can't believe this. What the hell? I'm getting older.